Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another What's for Dinner. This week I've chosen some really simple meals, one of which is in the Instant Pot. Aren't you proud of me? But tonight's meal is pretty much a one-pan meal. It's called a one skillet dinner, but you have to cook the pasta separately, so it's really two. But it's called garlic chicken and orzo. Garlic chicken and orzo. So I'm showing you everything here that I need for this meal. I did go ahead and chop everything up prior to this. I'll insert some of that footage here in just a second, but I wanted to prep everything and have it ready to get cooking. I am gonna go ahead and pre-cook our pasta, so I'm gonna turn this eye onto, that's the wrong one. Let's not do that. Let's turn this one on to high and get this water boiling. I've got a large skillet here. I'm gonna heat this to medium high. Now that this has had time to heat up, I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And I've got my really small onion that I chopped up. It didn't say dice, so I didn't really finely chop this one. And we are going to saute this for about 5 minutes. Okay, now that our water is come up to a boil, or has come up to a boil, we're gonna add in 1 cup of uncooked orzo, and we're just gonna cook this to al dente. It'll probably take 7 to 8 minutes. Now that this has been cooking for several minutes and it's pretty soft and translucent, we're gonna add in our garlic. It called for 4 cloves, but I had really small cloves, so I did 6. You proud of me, baby? And we're gonna add in 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. No, that's not chili powder, that's red pepper flakes. Saute this for about a minute. Now I've got 2 chicken breasts that I have cut into bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna add that in. Let's add in some salt and pepper. And we're gonna add in a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. We're gonna cook this all the way through. Now that this has pretty much cooked through, it smells so good. I wish y'all could smell this. We are going to turn the heat down to about medium. And I'm gonna add in my 4 large chopped tomatoes. And I'm gonna add in my 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. And we're gonna cook this for about 5 minutes. Okay, this is cooked to al dente, so let's go drain this. Now I'm gonna add a couple of large handfuls of baby spinach, and just in case you didn't know, I don't like the stems. Let's add this in and let it wilt down. Now that our spinach has wilted down, we're gonna add in our orzo. And our Parmesan cheese. It calls for about 1/3 cup. So I'm gonna add that in. And this is pretty much done. We're just gonna let this cheese melt down and then it's gonna be time to eat.
I think we need some more cheese.
Baby. We'll put more cheese on top. How about that?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Looks really good.
It does look really good.
Excited about it.
That has a very different taste, but it's good. I like that a lot.
It has a fresh taste to it. The freshness of that parsley in there
And the fresh tomatoes
makes
too.
it very light. Yes,
Yeah.
and the tomatoes very citrusy and very light. And then the Italian seasoning, very nice touch. Chicken is cooked really well, very tender. I like the Orzo pasta. I think it's a nice fit for this because you don't have like a lot of sauce.
Yeah.
So the Orzo goes with this really well. I mean, there's a little bit of sauce in here, you know, with the
tomato juice.
as the tomatoes cook down and everything, and
Yeah.
a little bit of that olive oil that was in there.
But we like this.
Oh, slacking on the job over here.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot too. It looks so pretty, like it's almost too pretty to eat. Almost.
Almost.
So I have to agree with the boys. This is a very light meal. What did you just say it was, baby? Yeah, no pressure. We're all just waiting.
It's very light and bright.
Light and bright.
Yeah,
Light
it's
and
not
bright.
bland at all. You've got the Italian seasonings in there kicking in, but then you've got that little bit of spice from the red pepper flake. It's really good.
It is really
Excellent
good.
job.
So this one, I think this would be a great one in the summertime as well because it is so light and fresh. It's not heavy at all. Even though you've got that pasta, it's really good. Y'all should try this one.
Kind of like a pomodoro.
It is kind of like a pomodoro. That's a good description. That would make my mama happy. My mom's favorite dish at Olive Garden, until they got rid of it, was capellini pomodoro. Okay, y'all, it is our second meal of the week. Tonight we are having a healthy dish. I'm really excited about this one. We've been using ground turkey a little bit more and really loving it. Tonight's dinner is called turkey and zucchini skillet. I'm excited about this one because it's a 30-minute meal and it's all in one large skillet. Makes it super easy. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna chop all of this up. I'm gonna make them all the same size because I'm gonna be using my chopper. That'll make it really, really simple to do. The recipe calls for half of an onion, but since this one is so small, we're just gonna use the entire thing. Think it'll fit, baby?
Let's do it.
Let's see, I don't know if this will work. Huh,
Yeah.
that was easy. Okay, I've got our large skillet heated to about medium high, just a little over medium. And it's nice and hot. We're gonna add in, it calls for 1 pound of ground turkey. I think this is 1.25 pounds, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna cook this until it's browned and then we will add our seasonings to it. Turkey can be pretty bland if you don't season it correctly. Luckily, this recipe has a ton of seasonings. I'm really excited. This is almost browned. Almost is nowhere near good enough, is it, baby?
No, ma'am.
So, story time. Long time ago when Mandy could not cook at all, we decided we were gonna have turkey burgers because we were gonna be healthy. So we made our turkey burgers. We were very excited. It was a Rachel Ray recipe. I remember that. It was from the Rachel Ray cookbook. Anywho, we didn't grill them quite long enough. Luckily, Cole was not old enough to eat that yet. Me and Steven ate these turkey burgers that apparently had not been cooked all the way through completely. I mean, you couldn't tell it when you ate it, but we could tell it after we ate it. We had salmonella. We were sick for weeks. I mean, weeks. So now I cook the hound out of my turkey. Now that our turkey is cooked, we're gonna add in these spices. I'm gonna have this linked below so you'll see the exact measurements, but I've got salt, pepper, chili powder, oregano, paprika, and we're gonna add in a little minced garlic too. So, let's add that in. And I'm gonna add in about a teaspoon, maybe a little more, of minced garlic. When in doubt, add more garlic, right baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be skimping on the garlic.
This is done. We're going to take this out and put it on a plate and just set it to the side. Now we've still got this on medium high. I'm actually going to turn it down just a tad because it's pretty hot. I'm going to add some olive oil. You can add, I think the recipe calls for avocado oil, but now let's add in some seasonings. In this one, I've got salt, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, and basil. And finally, some paprika and pepper. Okay, we're gonna saute these on medium heat for about 5 to 10 minutes. We really just want these to get super tender. Okay, Steven had to take a phone call. While he's on the phone, I'm going to brush the tops of these frozen yeast rolls with some butter. I melted down 3 tablespoons of butter, but that was probably way too much. Then we're gonna stick these in the oven. I have never tried these. Hopefully we like them. They are the Sister Schubert's frozen yeast rolls. But these are gonna go in the oven at 350 for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, these are pretty tender. They're still gonna cook for a few more minutes though, so let's add our ground turkey back in. Now I'm gonna add in a half a cup of water, a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste. Mix this all together, and then we're gonna add in some spinach and let that wilt down and let this cook for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's gonna be time to eat. So the recipe calls for 5 ounces of spinach. This is all I have left, which is probably just like 1.5 ounces maybe. So we're not gonna have quite as much spinach as it calls for, but that's okay. We're gonna let that wilt down, and I'm gonna grab our rolls out of the oven. Because we had a little extra meat, I'm gonna add in another 1/4 cup of water just to make sure we have plenty of moisture in there. And we're gonna put the lid on this and let this simmer for another 5 minutes just to wilt this spinach down, and then we're gonna be ready to eat.
I'm ready to dive in.
I know, he has been so excited this whole time.
I'm usually not terribly excited about turkey, but in this case, the seasonings look incredible. So I am ready for this.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Sorry, I had to.
That's really good.
I was waiting on you to say something.
I was going to say, wow.
Yeah, I did.
I got you.
I am not a fan of zucchini, but this is really good.
Yeah, he's really not big on zucchini.
Oh, man. The seasonings on the meat is perfect.
Good.
Not overly much, just right. Just the amount, right? Just the right amount of seasonings.
Awesome.
Good job.
Well, I'm excited about this one just because it's so super healthy and it's so easy. Like that was, you can't get much easier than that. Oh yeah, try those rolls. We need to know how that, I've been wanting to try these rolls forever and I just keep forgetting, so I finally bought them. We like that?
That's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. I just want to show Cole's plate. Like, buddy, I'm impressed that you liked this so much. It's got so much flavor though, doesn't it?
Earlier when you said zucchini, I was like, I don't know about this meal.
It's really good. I agree, I love it. And these rolls, y'all, if you've never tried them,
Yeah.
you gotta try them. You would not believe they had been frozen.
No, these are really good rolls.
Oh yeah.
This whole meal is perfect. It's very light. So last night's meal was very light. This meal is really light. I know it's still winter, but both of these would be great for the summertime because they're not heavy meals at all. Okay, y'all, it is our third meal of the week, and y'all know what that means. It is Subbie supper night. First of all, let me ask for forgiveness for my appearance. I know I look rough, but I took a little bit of a nap earlier. I had a headache today, pretty big headache, and I'm finally feeling better. But I'm really happy about tonight's meal because it's an easy one that goes in the Instant Pot. Who's proud of me for using the Instant Pot? Anybody? Just me? It's okay. I'm proud of myself. Tonight's Subbie supper, wait, before I tell you about that, I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, and just in case you're wondering what in the world Subbie supper is, it's basically just where my subscribers or my subbies send in their favorite meals. And I go through them, I get a lot of emails, and I check my emails, go through them, find one that I think our family would like, I contact them, find out a little bit more about that particular subscriber, and then we make their dish here on this segment. So tonight's Instant Pot Subbie supper meal is chicken burrito bowls in the Instant Pot. It's really easy and it's right up our alley. We love this kind of food. Tonight's meal comes from, I'm gonna try to say this. I'm gonna put it here on the screen, her name. Josée, she's French. So I hope I'm not butchering it. I want to say Josée, but she said, she kind of typed it out. I think it's Josée. Josée is 33. She and her husband have been together for 14 years. They have 2 daughters, a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, and she works as an inspector for the government. She said that cooking is a really big passion for her, and while she loves Canadian food, she really likes to try foods from different cultures and countries, and her favorite is usually Tex-Mex or Mexican food. So thank you, Josée, for sending this in. I hope I said your name right, and let's get to cooking. Okay, so everything that we're gonna need, obviously we need our Instant Pot, but then we need all of this here. One thing I don't have on hand, and I thought I had on hand, but I didn't, frozen corn. So if you wanna add in corn, that is definitely called for in the recipe. I'm gonna be leaving it out today. And then the other thing that this calls for is chicken thighs. I am using my Butcher Box chicken thighs. I'm really excited about having a use for these. We love to cook with thighs anyway. They just have such great flavor. It calls for 1.5 pounds, but this is right at 1 pound, and I think this will be plenty for us for tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. It says to cube them, so let's do that now. Okay, in my Instant Pot, I have our 1 pound of chicken thighs that I cubed. Now I'm gonna add in about 1 cup of chicken broth. This is a little more than 1 cup, just because I'm not gonna have the liquid from the corn. I was a little concerned about that, so I'm doing a little over 1 cup. Okay, to that I'm gonna add in 1 cup of salsa. This is medium salsa. Now I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I'm gonna add in 1 can of black beans that I drained and rinsed, and 1 cup of rice. I did rinse my rice. It didn't say you have to, but we usually rinse our rice. And that's it. I'm just gonna stir all of this together. If you have corn, you put in 1.5 cups of frozen corn. Like I said, I thought I had it, but apparently I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna put my thing to sealing, and we're gonna do high pressure for 10 minutes. So after the 10 minutes is up, we're going to let it slow release for an additional 10 minutes, and then it'll be time to eat. So in the meantime, I need to shred our cheese, cut up the avocado for me and Steven, cut up some tomato and some lettuce. This is any type of toppings or anything that you want for your bowl is what you would do at this point. right, baby. So you weren't in there for... Oh. He's excited, people.
It.
You weren't in there for me making it, was what I was gonna say. So,
Spicy.
yeah?
Taco seasoning is really good on top of that too.
The taco sauce, you mean?
Oh yeah, the rice and beans and what is that, chicken?
Yep, chicken thighs.
Oh man, that's really good.
He is so happy over here. He's about to go to church here in just a little bit, and they always serve pizza at church, but pizza is not his favorite. We have anybody else out there who doesn't love pizza? Cole does not love pizza. So we try and feed him before he goes to church most weeks. I'm gonna give this a shot. Okay, Josée, this is amazing. That rhymed. Okay, Josée. This is amazing. Oh my goodness, we really like this. I love how simple this was, how quick it is to put together, and it's a great twist on taco night. So I know it doesn't look like I've eaten a lot, but I've had a good many bites, and at this point, Steven and I both agree this is better than eating at Chipotle. And we love Chipotle, but this is even better, isn't it, babe? It's so good. I totally forgot to come on here and say goodbye and close the video out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's meals. I know we did. Honestly, we are not able to keep every single recipe that we ever share. We only share ones that we like, but we only keep like the best of the best. We're keeping all 3 of these this week. We can't wait to have them again. So I hope you'll try every single one of them. Let me know below which one you're most excited to try. And if you haven't already, join my YouTube family. Hit that subscribe button below before you leave. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That's it. I'll see you next time. Bye. Tonight's dinner is called... I forgot what it was called. I had to look down. Shut up, I hate you. Go on.
Alright, ready?
Now we're gonna add in all of these veggies. Now we're gonna add in all of these veggies. I'm gonna slap you. Stop!
Alright, you put it. Alright, go ahead.
Oh gosh, Steven.
Go ahead, let's go.
Okay. Now I'm gonna add in all these veggies. Oh, I need to cover this. Will you go get the lid, baby? I forgot the lid.